Alright, I just got this run and I wanted to give some post-commentary wherever I can. So the beginning of this level, there's not really too much to say. You can technically skip all of this stuff, but it's just not worth it for one-player runs. Maybe two-player runs, but I'm not sure. You can switch characters when you use the vending machine, but it's very tight, so I didn't go for it. So once you've done that, we have this little bit where I try and take as direct of a line as I can to, you know, talk or, you know, hear the guards and such. I could have activated that trigger from further away, so that was a little bit suboptimal, but it's nothing too major. I switch to Sam because she's closer. It's kind of awkward because you have to hit right even though you want to go left, so it's a little bit awkward. So for these next few sections, the main thing to say is that you can't actually get caught by any of the lights unless you're activating a switch while they, you know, show up on you, so you can just go through all the lights and not worrying about getting caught. So here you just get all the switches you need to in the order you need to. It's not really a ton to say. The movement there's kind of awkward. It's not the easiest thing to do. This last bit's nice and simple. You just go upwards and activate the switch. We're switching characters again to get to the trigger quicker. And for this section, you gotta hit all 5 of these switches. I'm fairly sure I do it in the most optimal way. So you get this one first, and then you go upwards, and then you go to the right, more or less. So you have this switch, and then you have the one on the top. And then you have the one on the right. And then you have the one on the bottom right. I think this is the fastest I've ever reached that switch. I'm not sure if you can get a 230 on the in-game timer or not. So in this section, again, you just take advantage of the fact that you can't get caught. It's always the same guy you gotta get the thingy from, so you don't have to worry about RNG or anything like that. So then you just go backwards. And now we're coming up to the archive skip, which is definitely the worst part of this run. This run so far has been executed fairly well, not perfectly, but good enough, but this part definitely went wrong. So I got up there quickly, which is good, but then I struggled to get up there with Clover. Yeah, that took me about 4 more seconds than it should have, maybe. I also struggled with this bit right here. So that was also suboptimal. That was nice and smooth though. So yeah, that was definitely the biggest time loss in this run. But that's also like the hardest part of the level to do quickly. Because the skip is very finicky. It's not super difficult, it's just very finicky. And doing it fast is very difficult. But it's not too bad of a skip overall. It's definitely doable once you know what you're doing. So in this section, the main strat is that I think you're supposed to use like all of these displays to distract the knight, but what I do instead is I just keep rolling and getting in his sight so that he follows me. Which is of course quicker than slowly hitting all of those exhibits to distract him. I rolled into him for a little bit of swag. Now this next bit was annoying, because I ended up rolling in the wrong way. I think it's because I hit the roll button too early, which makes you roll the wrong way. So that was annoying. Luckily it didn't mess up the rest of this level, but it was still annoying regardless. So there I distract him so I can pretty much immediately hit the switch and hit him. I intentionally get caught so that I can respawn and he respawns, and it allows me to hit this switch earlier than normal. So I take another intentional catch, and then I go over here. And what I do here is I lure him into the middle, because he normally has to slowly walk around, but you can get him there quicker by doing that. I could have done it a bit faster, but it was fine enough. I think you could optimize that strat further for sure. I think you could probably activate him from further away so he runs for longer. I definitely imagine that's a thing you can do. So here we have this bit. So the strat I do here, I think it might actually be faster than the time skip strat that was done in old runs. So you get one spy stuck in there, you get another spy in there. You have them roll so that they don't run away when you're trying to pull the box. Then get one spy down there, and then get the other one closer, and you can hit that. These next few rooms are the biggest difference between time skip and no time skip, because in time skip you can clip through the lasers and take a much more direct path to finish this level, but here you can't do that. So earlier I rolled at a specific point so that I could lure the statue to the bottom of the screen. That changes his pattern and it allows me to do this level quicker. And the reason why is this switch. If I didn't lure him, he would catch me while I was trying to hit it and I have to do the whole thing again. But because I lured him, his movement pattern changed so I could hit that switch without any risk. So in this section, I get caught in here, and I uploaded a strat for this level earlier today, but I found a strat that's even faster, which I'm going to do now. So you freeze him, and then you get behind him, and then you roll into him. Around when the bar's below a quarter, and that allows you to quickly take care of him. You can constantly spray him, and that's nice and quick. Then we have this section. You can get through that laser right before it spawns. It's pretty simple. And then we just got to do the rest of this. It might have been better if I didn't roll there, but oh well, I rolled. And that's the end of the level. 658. That was a mostly solid run. I mean, archive skip was a little bit slow, and sub 650 is definitely possible, but yeah, that was the run.